Okay, right, so I'm just going to talk to you about desktop apps, why you would want to build them today, why we built one. So it's kind of just like, so if you guys haven't built one before, maybe we can give you some insights on what we did, problems we had, reasons you might want to do it, reasons you might not want to do it. So, yeah, I guess the question is, why build a desktop app these days when everything seems to be going towards the cloud? So, first of all, this big one is connectivity. If you don't have internet, you can't have a website. And that might not be the case for a lot of people these days, but for us, we deal, like Rowan said, with a lot of low resource settings, where like rural health clinics, where internet and even electricity is intermittent. So we often build desktop apps just because it's one of the only solutions. Yeah, performance is another one, and again, depends. Okay, so depending on what you build in, if you want to build an IDE, I don't know if I want to do that the best, but I'm pretty sure there are some. Alt-tab ability. It's just kind of easier to find your tab if it's on a desktop. If you've got 3,000 tabs open, which as Dave's we often do, you just kind of like, oh, where's my music playing from? Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, so that's one of the reasons. Cool. Thanks. Okay. Local data. If you're not storing your information on the internet, you don't need as much security. I'm putting an allegedly next to that because there's some security people here that probably know more about the data than I do. But yeah, if the data is local, there are different security concerns, I guess. And then sometimes it just kind of feels nicer just to have a native interface, not having to go through a web browser. Yeah, I've got a bunch of apps that I use, even some Google Play Music. Someone decided to make an open source desktop app out of it, and it's just a little nicer using the website. So, cool. Yeah, this is something I found on Medium, actually. This is an interesting way to look at whether or not you should build a desktop app, based on whether your usage is urgent and it's frequent. So urgent usage, Spotify, so I've got a Skype call coming in, where the hell's my music coming from? I need to find it. It's just kind of quicker if you do a desktop app. Urgent and frequent, so Slack. Slack it's not as productive, in my opinion. But anyway, yeah. So that's going to be, you're using it often, and you're often using it urgently. So you're using it as a desktop app. And then, yeah, if it's just frequent but not particularly urgent, something that you use often might have to use timelessly, but if you're using it often, sometimes just having a desktop is a little bit nicer. So if you're not using anything urgently or frequently, maybe your website will be fine. Cool. So now I'm going to tell you about why we're building a desktop app. The National Department of Health came to us, and they have an existing application that is written in Delphi. And they want to make changes to it, and there's no devs that can do Delphi or want to do Delphi. Yeah, I mean, I did some Delphi at university, and ooh. Bye. Oh, okay. And yeah, I don't know if I really want to carry on. So yeah, we've had to look at that code base, and I'm kind of glad it moved on. Anyway, so what is the application is child. So as far as health information systems go, they're I kind of classify them into two kind of categories. You've got point of care and high-level stuff. The idea with health information systems is that the more information you can gather, the better you can treat patients. So sometimes it's the point of care ones, or the more information the doctor has to treat patients, the better they are able to actually treat the patient because they can see the medical history, etc. The other one is high-level aggregate data. So you've got governments or organizations that can make policy decisions based on better information. So child PIP is but the point of child PIP is it gathers child mortality data in hospitals. And the idea with that is if you can gather as much information about what is causing child deaths, then governments can implement policies to kind of fix it. So the point of the system is to identify where the health system is breaking down. So let's have a look. Oh, and the Department of Health came to us and they were like, okay, cool, you just need to copy this app. Basically, not writing from scratch. So it should be easy. Cool. Anyway, so this is the old app. Just cool. It's so retro. If this app had a theme song, it would be sung by the half and have a 2-minute synthesizer solo. So there you go. So this is what we have to copy. For the UX guys, they had a bit of an issue because they wanted to do a full redesign. Unfortunately, the budget didn't allow, so we had to they said, just make it look just like this. We're like, it would actually be difficult to do that to the extent. So we didn't do that. So we try to keep as much the same, so there were a lot of constraints in the UX. But we decided to build it on a new stack. Okay, cool. So what your options are for building a desktop app these days? So let's start with the old favorite, Windows Forms. Designer's favorite interface. You know, the thing is though, I mean, they're actually easy to use, people understand them, so it's not a big influence, but they actually are kind of good in some instances. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about them too much because it's a bit of a swear word. So what Microsoft did, they then brought out WPF, or Windows Presentation Foundation. So this is actually what I started dev on. My first dev job was in a WPF app. And it's pretty powerful actually. The only thing is you're restricted to the Microsoft stack. There's also quite a big learning curve from it as well. The intro video on Girl Site is 9 hours, just to understand roughly what's going on. If anyone's done Xamarin, it's using XAML, so you've got a lot of the same kind of concepts there. It's similar enough to HTML that it's familiar, but also just different in annoying little ways that you keep getting things wrong. Just like with HTML, when you do your border radiuses or margins or whatever, I don't remember where it's the left or the top, but XAML is the other one. Yeah, so it's fun, it's pretty cool, it's pretty powerful, but unless you're building lots of desktop apps, often it's a lot of skill to learn, and if you're not going to use it for more than one app, it's probably not worth investing the time to learn the technology. And one thing, I think this was where I got trolled. XAML vertical alignment is a thing, and then I went into HTML and I just tried to use vertical alignment, and people just laughed at me. It doesn't work. Yeah, it's had XAML before HTML, so yeah, HTML was strange to me. Cool. Then next you've got UWP, Universal Windows Platform. So you guys can all make apps for your Windows phones. That everybody has. Yeah, this is cool in a couple of ways. For us, it's Windows 10 only, so deal breaker. We have to deal with Windows 7 very often, and sometimes less, mostly Windows 7 in like public health clinics, but yeah, you can't use the latest and greatest all the time if you're dealing with low resource settings. Let's have a look. Oh, and has anyone used the Windows Store? I'm a Windows user, I've never used the Windows Store, so I don't know if I'd ever want to do anything for it. I hate it. Anyway, moving on. Cool, C++ for the masochist out there. Yeah, and then the Qt framework. This is another way to do desktop apps. A little bit of university. Maya, if any of you guys know automation stuff, what is it for? Rigging of characters, like 3D Studio Max, it's also this product that's written in Qt. Yeah, so if you guys want to do that, that's another option. And if you guys are Java guys, there's Java Swing, Java FX, IntelliJ is written in Swing. I'm not much of a Java person. I just look at Swing and it looks like Austin Powers. So Swing or maybe, I don't know. So if Java's your thing, maybe that's an idea to do it. And then you get these guys. So NWJs, that's a node WebKit that used to be. So all of these things work in the same kind of principle. If you understand organic, Ionic, whatever, and Xamarin, you're basically wrapping a web browser, and you're deploying your web browser as an application. So that's kind of the heart of what these things are doing. The idea is that you can use your web skills. You don't have to learn all new technologies. So our stack, we decided to go with, there we go. So Electron and React, what's love? Because you've got to have love. And yeah, .NET Core and Microsoft Cloud Server. So the idea was cross-platform. While this isn't, sometimes it's difficult to get cross-platform. We knew we were going to be doing Windows as our default platform. SQL Server you can install as a, or have as a Linux Docker container. So you can still get all this running cross-platform if that's your end goal. So let's talk about Electron a little bit. Cool. So Electron apps. These are apps that you would have seen that are built on Electron. I'm sure you guys will use Slack. Some guys use the web. I don't know if Slack is a good advert for Electron, but it is built on it. You've got Visual Studio Code on the right. So code, basically, but it's come such a long way. It's just such a great development environment, and it's Electron. And then, I don't know if you guys know this. This is Git Kraken. Anybody use Git Kraken? I've been using this. It's some of you guys might think that doing your Git with command line is still great. But yeah, you can save your snobbery. This is fun. This is Git Kraken. I honestly love this. I've been following this since it was in beta, and it's just the best Git GUI that I've ever used. It's running on Electron. They're marking as $29 for a year's license or something like that. So honestly, check it out. I really like it. Just an example of how you can do good things with Electron. So yeah, so I'm basically in a WhatsApp desktop app. So basically, I've been using Electron for my Git and for my code to develop Electron. So it's Electron section. Cool. Oh, and the other cool thing about Git Kraken, they just have a cool vibe about them. They were Avengers in-game spoilers in their patch notes. So I like it. Cool. Okay. So Electron. Basically, it's a Chrome browser. So no more IE support. Because it's awful. Even just today, IE 11 issues. It's a meme, but it just keeps happening. Okay, so cross-platform, obviously. Big thing is using your web skills. You're just building a website inside of Electron. So you don't have to train a whole team, especially in our case, because we don't do a lot of desktop apps. We do mainly web stuff, and now you have to do that one desktop app. Just investing in the skills to do a native app, it's just something worth it. And then, yeah, it's one code base. So you can deploy this as a desktop app, and you can also deploy this as a website. Without having to make that many changes. And you also get Electron Builder, which is it builds your installers for you, just minimal configuration. It's not that configurable. So if you want to do anything crazy like install a lot of dependencies and that kind of thing, maybe you want to get something a bit smarter. But for the most part, if you're just looking for a pretty basic installer, Electron Builder does everything you need to do. Cool, so now you've got your shell, now you need to put stuff in that shell. So what we went onto was React. So my experience with React was just like a little bit of React Native at home, just building little apps. And so I was kind of keen to get stuck in and really get to learn React, because you only really learn something properly when you're in production, and you have timelines and things like that. So made by Facebook, so take it one from that. Yeah, all the cool kids are doing it. And I mean that as a good thing, because it means there's a community. There's so often you're going to get stumped, and there's just things you're not going to know, and things with the community and good documentation, honestly, just so handy. It just makes your life a lot easier, because things are going to break all the time. I worked on like a one-way data flow. So I came from an Angular background, and I was able to do two-way binding, and then I came to React, and I was like, okay, cool. My state, I type into this box, and nothing happens. And I was like, okay, so I've got a fire event that actually handles my change, and update my state, and then can update my text box. But to get used to that kind of thing, it's quite cool. It ends up being quite a lot of fun. JSX also, it's like I've got my HTML, my JavaScript, and my CSS in one file. And first of all, that's all that's gross. Also, so I did the React Native way with the CSS. I just don't like CSS because I'm not a designer. I dated a designer, She was teasing me about it. But now, I can have my CSS as a JSON object, and now it's real code. Wow. Okay, cool. So, let's have a look. Alright, so now you got React. React doesn't exist on its own. Well, you can, but more often than not, you're going to be adding other things to it. So one of the ways to get started, especially because I was quite a noob when I started, was create React app. This is super handy. This makes your life pretty easy. If I were to go back and do it again, I might try without it. But if you're just starting, there's so much to learn. So this deals with a lot of your stuff. So it sets up your entire project structure, takes care of the label, the webpack uselets. It's got a little jest test runner. So if you do TDE, it's pretty epic. You just as soon as you make changes, it will run all your tests again, and those changes will relate to. So that works out really nicely. You just continuously just make sure that it's always passing. Hot reloading. I don't know what I do about that. It's just having to. I'm used to working on like MVC apps where you have to close the whole app and restart it again. It takes 3 minutes to compile. So hot reloading is pretty epic. And then what you can do with Create React App, if you want to now manage your own dependencies, you can eject as a one-way process. So be sure that that's what you want to do. So again, I think that's kind of the cool thing. Once you really understand the environment and you know what you're doing, eject away. And that's pretty much all you need to do to create a React app. So let's see. Cool. Kind of sets everything up for you if you want to start doing tests. I think I might have some tests set here. Yeah, so let's go through.
Road says Zoom.
Project is not big enough. Okay. Yay. You can't make it bigger. We tried. It's just not far enough back. Cool. So there we go. You've got a React app up and running. All you have to do was really run 3 commands. So and then you can. It's a really good place to start. So yeah, definitely start there. Oh, nothing. Thanks. And go. Okay, cool. That's my next one. Okay, cool. Okay, one thing. Okay, caveats with Create React app. It hides all your config. So if you want to make changes to your label and all that kind of stuff, your webpack, if you want to implement different JavaScript versions, you're going to have to do the hacking around. So there's something called Craco, which is Create React App Config Overrides. So if you want to get your webpack config, I need to do stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, so basically, yeah, it doesn't come free. There are some issues with it if you want to go super custom. Create React App might not be the best friend. Cool. Anyway, the other thing you need is a design framework. For most people use root material. We had a look at ant design. Because we're not doing a commercial app, we don't need to be super unique. It's a health app, people are going to have to use it. So we decided to just do something fairly kind of generic, I guess. But yeah, this is made by Alibaba. It's the second most popular UI framework for React. Documentation is amazing. It's really, really good. It used to be in Chinese a lot, but they have since unified a lot of the stuff. You can still submit pull requests for Chinese translations. There's tons and tons of examples. It's one of the best things about this. The keyboard UX is a little bit iffy. So this normally isn't that much of an issue, but I have this for data captures. And it's a keyboard to go as fast as possible. And there's just some things that are really stupid. Time pickers are awful. So those things have to be swapped out. But for your average website or anything like that, it's okay. And there are a couple of performance issues I've been having. I've been having a little bit of input lag. But for the most part, it's been a pretty good experience with that. So yeah, if you're looking for a design framework, so you don't custom, it's a pretty good thing to look at. Cool, so then, okay, cool, so now Redux. So we need a state container. First of all, what is that? I don't know what Redux is. I've watched like 3 different tutorials to understand what the hell it's supposed to do anyway. But basically, it's the state container that consists of reducers, which, what is there? Does that sound like you know what that is? Okay, it took a while for me to figure that out. And you can do some decent stuff with it with the help of Funk, but again, that complicates your code. The dev tools are absolutely amazing. You can actually go fast forward back to different parts, different places in time with your state, and you can reset your app to different states. It's really, really nice for debugging, and really makes your apps just much easier to dev. You need to learn when and when not to use it. When I first started using it, I was like, cool, Redux is my state, all of my states, boom. And then I just got myself into a mess. There's some stuff that's just like UI stuff, you can just use local states. So it takes a bit of getting used to when you shouldn't use it. But it does add a lot of complications and magic. And our team didn't have much node experience. I think I had the most, and everyone else had none. So putting React and Redux and then Electron, it starts to get quite hairy. So this is me at Africa Burn. And the reason this is relevant is when I was on one of the 47 dance floors at Africa Burn, I was thinking to myself, have I overcomplicated the architecture by adding Redux into my app? So it's a real thing. A friend of mine, Brett, who doesn't work here anymore, he said to me, put Redux in when you need it. You know when you need it. Don't try to shove it in beforehand. But we didn't have a lot of time. I was excited. I'd done like a little POC. I was like, oh, Redux is good. And yeah, it's good for the most part, but it can be overused. And it's just a little meme. So yeah, status sometimes is just a much easier way to do things. Cool. Then the other thing we did, .NET Core. Cool. Again, cross-platform. I call it .NET Portable, because that's kind of how it works. If you know how .NET Framework works, you've got to have the framework installed, and then it uses the libraries on your computer. .NET Core just kind of bundles them all, just like before, all the stuff. It would be so cool if Java did that, because every time I want to install a Java app, I'm going to have the whole JRE or whatever installed on my machine. Maybe you don't know much about Java. That's been my experience so far. So that's really cool. It's open source, so when you come to issues, you can actually look up on GitHub, maybe you can figure them out. But the dev environment is so much Visual Studio with 3 Sharp, it's just amazing. I don't know if I could code without it. It's just everything is so seamless, the refactoring tools. And then team experience, we're a .NET team for the most part. So going from .NET Framework to .NET Core was pretty easy. Yeah, if that's what the team experience is, go for it. Cool. What else? Okay, so the experience, a lot like that. That's at the start. There's a lot of moving pieces, a lot of things going on, and it's like it takes a while to get your head around it. Especially now, and framework's got its own little weird ways of doing things. React's got its weird ways of doing things. There's a Redux and then Electron as well. So especially when you're interacting with a file system with Electron, there's also some strange things you've got to do. So if you don't have the skills, it's quite a steep learning curve. If you do, Electron doesn't really have that much complexity if you already know the rest of the stack. I think I would recommend it as a way to do things. And yeah, also the thing is many points of failure. That is one of the issues, and you get that terrifying moment when it's not working and you don't know why. Or sometimes the equally terrifying moment of it is working and I don't know why. So I will give you the best reason to use the stack that we used. And we're actually going to do this. This isn't just theoretical. We're actually planning to do this. So here, you can have either just a desktop implementation. So you've just got your desktop app. You've got your React sites running inside your Electron shell, and you're launching your .NET Core API in Electron, so you've got everything local. You have another option. If you want your database and your API to be in the cloud, you can do that. I can do that by changing 2 lines of code. That's it. And I have a remote API and I've got my electronic running in my shell. And then if you've been clever, I wasn't completely, if you can design your site in such a way that you can just take it out of the shell. One of the things you need to do is interface off your Electron specifically, because when you try to do Electron stuff in web browser, so if you're clever about that, and I was right up until I did a CSV export and I forgot to interface that stuff out. So I can't currently run it as a website, but not too many changes, and I'll be able to do that. Also, code mobile first, or even in this app, just so that if you want to make it responsive, you can. Cool. So, I know. So some last words are just choosing your framework, choosing the tools that you use. So we're all familiar with Occam's razor, but you've never seen it like that. Anyway, basic idea. There's several possible ways that something might have happened. The way which uses the fewest guesses is probably the correct one. So I have my own called Barry's razor. You're experiencing a problem, odds are someone else has experienced that same problem and has complained about it on the internet. So look for things with a community, look for things with good documentation. It's going to make your life a lot easier. Things break all the time, but they're broken like that for everybody else as well. So if you need to find out how to do something, more people that are doing it, the better time you're going to have. Cutting edge is really cool, but if you're on a deadline, often it's just not the right way to do it. Unless you've got a team of geniuses that are cool to just browse through source code and documentation. So let me actually just show you quickly what it looks like. I may have some minutes left. Cool. So, on you. My screen size is quite weird. Yay! Okay, cool. So this is our lab. And we can do all these forms that are data entry.
I've seen that before.
So yeah, it's not particularly exciting, but I mean, it's a little better than the previous incarnation of what we had. It's basically you get to add data, you add nothing to data, and then you can generate reports all that coming from it. So if you're not having to do anything cutting edge, we're pretty proud of what we've done so far. We've still got a long way to go. We're hopefully expanding this into more things like an electronic data register and that kind of thing. So the idea is we can use this stack for other products to kind of create a suite of apps built on the stack. So yeah, that's about it. Cool. Questions?